Is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound the brutal comeback fans have been waiting for? Does the demo deliver slick ninja action or just spike pits and suffering? The demo opens with a tutorial that feels a little long-winded. You get plenty of time to adjust to Ragebound's core moves: wall climbing, sprinting, air dodging, and lunging like you've had 3 energy drinks. But the real spice here is the Guillotine Boost. This lets you chain an aerial attack into a forward bounce if you hit something, enemy, or projectile. It's not just flashy, it's essential. Spikes, pits, Guillotine Boost is your ticket out of danger. There's also the Hypercharge mechanic, which makes you feel like an overpowered anime character, for a few seconds anyway. You either earn one by slashing enemies with a blue aura or sacrifice some of your health to charge your blade. Once active, it deletes regular enemies in one hit. Sounds great, right? Until you realize it's temporary and demands quick decisions under pressure. Things heat up in the second level when Kumori joins the party. She's not just backup, she's a whole mechanic. Using ki generated from your own melee attacks, you can trigger her ghost form to toss kunai or activate powerful spider weapons. In the demo, that weapon was a scythe that arcs through enemies and even slices through walls. It's cool, it's effective, and yes, you'll need it. And just when your brain's already juggling 3 different systems, Ragebound throws aura-colored enemies at you. Blue enemies are Kenji's job, purple ones, that's Kumori's domain. Use the wrong hypercharge attack and it's like trying to fight a tank with a toothpick. Ragebound doesn't just want you to fight, it also wants you to think. Some levels include puzzle segments where Kenji gets absorbed by a demonic altar and Kumori explores a Shadow Realm version of the level. The catch? She's on a timer, and if you take too long, it's game over. You'll need to hit energy orbs to stay corporeal and navigate a world that mirrors and manipulates the main stage. These sections are actually a great breather from the intense combat. They add variety and atmosphere while showing off the creativity behind the level design. If this idea is expanded in the full game, it could become one of Ragebound's standout features. If you thought this was just another hack and slash, think again. Enemies here are brutal. They don't just absorb hits, they ruin your rhythm. Some are the kind that take 5 strikes to put down, while others fly in like the infamous evil birds from classic Ninja Gaiden, ready to shove you straight into a pit. The bosses, however, are where Ragebound really shines. One of the fights is against a winged demon that lunges, summons skulls, and throws flames like it's hosting a barbecue in hell. The other one, in the tutorial, is a nod to Ryu himself. You can technically beat him, but that's like trying to out-Pizza the Hut. Ambitious, but not likely. Let's talk looks and sound. Ragebound sticks with a modern retro aesthetic that blends 16-bit charm with slick modern effects. The environments pop with color, the sprites are expressive, and there's just enough grit to keep it all grounded. The soundtrack deserves its own standing ovation. Imagine classic rock colliding with demon-slaying energy, and you're halfway there. It punches just as hard as the gameplay and keeps the adrenaline pumping. This isn't background noise, it's battle fuel. Ragebound fits somewhere in the timeline of the original Ninja Gaiden, but this time around the protagonist is Kenji Mozu. Ryu's still in the picture, especially in the tutorial, but Kenji steps into the spotlight. He's got the moves, the attitude, and a shock of ginger hair that's definitely a design statement. It's a nice touch that the game pokes fun at itself for the change. It knows what it's doing. The setting also moves away from the gritty 80s cityscapes and drops you into a mythic Japanese village under siege by demons. This allows for a lot more creativity in enemy design, and the devs took full advantage. You'll face grotesque beasts, floating horrors, and magical creatures that wouldn't look out of place in Blasphemous, though the game leans more traditional platformer than full-blown Metroidvania. Once you're done with the demo, a hard mode unlocks, and it's no joke. Fewer checkpoints, tougher enemies, and that old-school Ninja Gaiden punishment level. If you're someone who thrives on dying repeatedly while learning attack patterns frame by frame, this might be your happy place. What's interesting is that hard mode plays more like the original Ninja Gaiden, acting as a throwback for veterans. Whether it stays unlock only or becomes an early choice in the full game is still unknown, but either way, it shows the developers are thinking about replayability and player skill. So is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound worth playing based on the demo? There's a lot to love. Fluid combat, layered mechanics, ghost-powered puzzle sections, and a slick presentation that balances nostalgia with modern flair. But it also demands a lot from you. Ragebound is not the kind of game you play with half a brain cell left at the end of the day. You'll need focus, timing, and probably a bit of caffeine. If you're up for a challenge and love action platformers with depth, this one's looking like a must-play. Just be warned, it's not going to hold your hand. And those flying demons? They don't care how good your reflexes are. They want you off that platform now. That wraps up this breakdown of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. If you're curious about the full release or want to see more gameplay breakdowns, hit that sub button and keep your sword sharp. See you in the next review.